No thanks. Hey guys, I'm finally back with another video after such a long time of not posting anything at all. And this video is actually inspired by one of my friends who had asked me the other day, or a few weeks back, what some of my pet peeves were. And at the time I couldn't answer it because I couldn't think of many off the top of my head, but I know that it's a very, very long list. And so I would kind of just, as I was going about my day, if I remembered one, I kind of just started texting them to her. She was like, wow, you really thought about this? I'm like, yes. And so this video is completely dedicated to my biggest pet peeves, and if you agree with any of them, comment down in the space below and share some of your biggest pet peeves as well. I cannot stand it when you go to the traffic light and people press the button 1 billion times. Like, once is enough. It's really not necessary for you to keep pressing it so many times. Especially if you've seen me press it before you even got there. I'm like, is my button pressing not sufficient enough for you? Number 2, when plug switches are left on. I know in a lot of countries, like Canada included, there is no little flick switch. And so people coming from that country to a country that does have that, I see how they can just like forget and make that mistake, but I cannot stand it when they're left on. Number 3 is when people breathe. Of course I want people to stay alive, so keep breathing, but when it's really loud, it irks me, it annoys me, I feel really gross if people are just like I'm really just like, you're being so dramatic. Number 4, I cannot stand it when I'm either getting off the train or getting off an escalator, and this has happened so many times. There's this mall called Broadway Mall or Broadway Shopping Center, whatever, and the elevators are, not the elevators, the escalators. Do you still call it an escalator even if there's no steps? Like those flat ones for the trolley? I don't know what it's called, but those escalator things, I was on it the other day, and the mall was packed. It was on a Saturday. Ugh, yuck. And these people didn't know if they were going left or right, and there's not like much room in front to stand. And so they pretty much just got right off the escalator and stopped right there. And we were literally just like piling on top of each other. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, pick a direction, just go left or go right, and then get into your little group, have a little brainstorm about which direction you're going and which store you're looking for, and then go in that direction. But don't just stop just because something in your world has stopped and you don't know where to go. All right, number 6, I definitely believe that everyone feels this way and that everyone does not like this. So if I'm like, yeah, so are you hungry? And they're like, oh, nah, like I'm not gonna get anything. I'm like, cool. I get my burger, I get my fries, I get my drink, I get like an apple pie or whatever I get. And I get it, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, can I have a little bit of your fries? And I'm like, no, you're not hungry. And they're just like, oh, that's so good. I'm like, first of all, cannot stand it when people eat my food at all. I'm not a food sharing person unless, number 1, we're getting tapas, which is, you know, for that purpose of sharing. It's in smaller portions, it works. Or number 2, I buy me a pizza, I buy you a pizza. But there's no me buying me a pizza and you eating 4 slices and I'm eating 4 slices. If I wanted half a pizza, I would have got half a pizza. Okay, number 5 is anyone who yucks my yum. I don't understand why people do that. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I got this amazing thing for lunch. What did you get for lunch, Kage? Oh, I have some spinach. I got some spinach. I really like spinach and peanut butter, but when people come up all in my business and are like, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting, I'm like, you can leave, show yourself out. Especially if you haven't tasted it. I'm like, no. This pet peeve, sometimes I get it, but in other circumstances, it's just unacceptable. So when people spell my name with a C instead of a K, it just like makes me so raged. Kage. Yes, I get it, because there is the actual cage, and so I see why you would think that it's spelled with a C. So if that's, you know, if you've just met me and you're kind of like, oh, I'm not too sure, that's totally fine. But the one that gets me is when I've just sent like someone a message and where I've written Kage, like Kage, and then when they respond, they're like, oh, hey Kage, C-A-G-E, and I'm like, I literally just typed my name. The fact that you read it and then replied and wrote it wrong, I'm like, you do not pay attention to anything, let alone detail. Irks me so much. Number 7, I cannot stand it when people are inconsiderate. And this can fizzle out into a bunch of different categories or different actions from being inconsiderate. But my main thing is when people walk in the middle of a sidewalk, in the middle of a road, in the middle of wherever I'm going. Guys, there is an unwritten rule. Walk the same way that cars drive. Whichever country you are in, that is how you do it. If you're in a country where you drive on the left side of the road, guess what? You need to walk on the left side of the road and then just pass right. And last but definitely not least is any form of PDA. I don't like it. It makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. Pretty much just hold hands and that's it in front of me. So that of course is like if it's extreme, like be mindful, but that's also like my own issue. I don't want to see that stuff. I don't think I need to see that stuff. I don't think anyone needs to see it. You know, like love each other, but don't be like all up in each other's business either. So I will see you guys next week Thursday with a brand new video. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. If you're new around here, it's free. Holla, so why not? Yeah, that's enough. I'm not nearly as cool as I sounded right there. Peace out, homies.